Oh my goodness. Welcome, welcome, dear sweet goddess. My name is Rochelle Richard, and you have landed upon Empowerment Experiences here at YouTube. And we are here looking for and finding our power all along this, which is each our own self-love empowerment journey. And for those of you out there, of course, who are joining this journey here at Empowerment Experiences, where Empowerment Experiences is now, where I am now. And by the way, my name is Rochelle Richard. Welcome to my world here, where we are healing twin flames now with Empowerment Experiences. It's that whole next level of Empowerment Experiences, this whole twin flame journey. Yeah, and I myself want to extend so much gratitude to those of you out there who continue to watch the videos I do put out here lately, simply because it's so far been Twin Flame Tuesday the last 2 weeks, as I am getting adapted into my new space and integrating all of this new wisdom, this new learning, these new experiences that has been these last many months, most of which in the more recent months, I know for myself, have been so much, well, another dark night of the soul, right? And there's a lot of us that have been in that space where, again, who we were is not who we are. And therefore, those things that we thought were a part of us, that we were holding on to, we're having to let go of. And as the ego does this, it creates so much drama about it. It's the end of the world. I mean, for the ego it is. For the ego it is. And so much has been happening, of course, within my business, even in my connection, in my life, all of us, right? But guess what, Goddess? You are not in it alone. I am truly, sincerely here for you. There are those of you, I love when you reply to my emails, especially because that email inbox, that's definitely mine. Instagram doesn't own it. Facebook doesn't own it. You know, even Telegram. It's mine. I mean, even though Gmail owns it, but you know, it's still my address, right? Even though, yeah, Instagram, you could lose your account. I suppose, I mean, I've never heard of email accounts being taken away from people. You never know, right? When whatever needs to fall away is going to fall away. And it's been so fascinating to watch how when we actually do surrender to this journey, to where we are, and we allow what needs to fall away, how much more easeful this journey becomes. Because it's the ego that's holding on to that, the attachment. It's the ego that doesn't want to let that go, the very thing that is perpetuating its own suffering. This is why we awaken into our consciousness. We awaken into becoming more conscious. That means to be awakened and aware and present and being intentional about your experience. And again, we're moving out of that sleeper state that humanity has been in for millennia, a prisoner to the programs, a slave to the systems. We're breaking out of that bit by bit by bit. And of course, twin flame templates in the sense of all of that we're working through. So Goddess, let's take a pause. Let's take a moment and let's celebrate you. Let's celebrate the divine feminine within you that has been working so hard, tirelessly doing this work on herself, healing herself, learning to truly love herself. This has been my birthday month, and wow, that video is for sure coming as well. That's going to take a moment to record that and get all the components, just like I did for last year's video. There's going to be some changes, but last year's was intense because of the meltdowns that I had. And, you know, and I'm sharing this, what it is, again, my own healing journey, because we only get to kind of heal our birthday energy when it comes around once a year, right? But acknowledge, that's what's really bringing this up for me, is that we seldom celebrate. I mean, truly, genuinely celebrate yourself, goddess. And I don't mean to say, oh, I'm going to go have that super unhealthy treat after I've just worked out because I'm celebrating my workout. That's definitely something my ego has done. And yeah, she's sneaky like that. I wouldn't be surprised if yours has done it too. Kind of negates the workout that you just did, right? Go have a healthy, like we started smoothies. We like to go to, get a healthy shake, a protein shake and such afterwards with the fresh fruit and things like that in them. You know, it's learning to be conscious about the choices that you're making. And that especially includes letting go of what you need to let go of. And right now, for my birthday, as I mentioned, this is one of my gifts to myself. I had wanted them last year, and I was, again, working through a dark layer, shall we say, a very dark layer. It had taken me 3 massive meltdowns before I finally made it out of the house, okay? 2 before I even made it out of my bed. Like I had a meltdown, I got out of bed, and then I had another meltdown, I had to go all back in bed. It was challenging, right? The things we hold on to, the things that, the narratives, the labels, all of these attachments that we have. And for this Super Sign Sunday, which that's what I'm recording today, we're gonna start off by mixing it up. Remember, we're in a different space, in a different place. And oh wow, I pour out this deck, pull it out, and I've barely begun to play with it. And I did 1 reading yesterday with it, and that's it. And so it's been shuffled for 1 initial experience. And just now, as I'm pulling these cards out of this deck, I'm already knowing this is where we start today for this Super Sign Sunday, this surrender, this, you've been healing so much, goddess, that it's really time to let that deeper shit go. To surrender to complete healing, not just this over there or that over there. No more nitpicking. You're here to heal the totality of you. And for this Super Sign Sunday, that is your super sign. That's your big billboard. Is that you are being given permission to finally let go. To dive into different methodologies of healing and become part of communities that support this for you. Because it's time to heal completely, goddess. To open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. And with regard to that, and I just am going to say 818, as I looked over at my little timer here, is the number that caught my eye here. So let's just have a quick peek at 818. Oh my goodness. Endings and fresh beginnings. Ending a chapter, closing out timelines, healed past life trauma. Oh my goodness. Again, celebrating all the healing that you've achieved up until now. Now it's time to allow yourself that deeper that next level, that new chapter of truly spreading your wings. This brings changes for which you are prepared. Tune into and receive the variety of messages from divine guidance. Harmonious new beginning. Harmonious new beginning apart that is leading us back together. So that is clearly a twin flame message. In one respect, keeping in mind, dear sweet goddess sister, that the twin flame journey is a self-love empowerment journey. And that said, remember, the only way to ever align union with your counterpart is through union within, coming home to union within. So it's realizing that yes, this new beginning in the space where you may feel even disconnected from parts of you, from aspects of you where you're not quite sure what's going on in that area of who you are, who you're becoming, what you're stepping into. There is this new beginning space that is leading you back into this inner union as well, not just back into union with your counterpart. Remember, the twin flame journey is a self-love empowerment journey on steroids. 818 is representative of it becoming a time of generating wealth, both focusing on career and material world, weakening physical connection. Meaning, this is that time for you to be grounding into your worth, your self-worth, right? You have been healing and letting go of all of this shit, right? That has been ickying up, tarnishing your shininess, your brilliance in this world. Now it's time to, again, let that go and be expanding into your self-worth so that you are aligning with that abundance to flow in. You are expanding into this new version of you fully and completely, this up-leveled space where even again, though there may still be chaos in some areas of your life, things that are still needing to be worked out, you're being asked to let the muddy water alone. Let the universe support you in this. You have plenty of other things to focus on with regard to your journey. Anything that you do not have control over, quote unquote, meaning anything you don't have power to control, then that means that's not where your power is to be found. That actually is you giving away your power and allowing that thing to control you. So we further this healing journey where we are by dancing. I'm telling you, sister, there are times when even my own ego says, oh, but I don't know if I want to put on that song. And I'm like, because you don't want to shift. You don't want to shift our state of being. You want to stay in the funk. Well, guess what? That's not me. That's not we. And that's not where we're going to be. So you get to choose to dance your way through this complete healing journey. That when things have been released and purged and you need to raise your vibration back up, dance. Put on some music that makes you want to sing and dance and just ground into the moment. Move any stagnant energies. Don't focus where the water is muddy. You're dancing over here. on the on land, goddess. You're letting the water clear. You've moved over here where, I mean, look, I was just about the soft patch of grass right beneath your feet. Ooh, lush and thick and soft and yeah. Beneath your bare feet, goddess. Feel the love of Mother Gaia beneath your feet. Oh, good times. Oof. Well, here we are. Because this new you is intentional. Remember, that's what it is to be conscious, is to be intentional. You're present. To dance, you gotta be present. To heal, you gotta be present. To do either one of these, you also gotta be intentional. You gotta say, oh, I'm doing that, and you do that. Even more so, oh, I am being that. I am being a dancer. I am being more and more healed, right? I am being intentional. And it is, again, about your experience, everything about it. Learning to make decisions on purpose. Learning to say things on purpose. Learning to be in your experience with purpose, on purpose. Because the world is waiting for you, goddess, your unique gifts. Just as I know for me, there's been so much of that that's come up in the past couple months, all these years into my coaching. And it's simply because of this massive shift when I had my rebrand into Healing Twin Flames from Empowerment Experiences, and just had this whole up level. And as I'm going through creating this insanely clarified and amazing business map of my business for what I am for sure doing away with. No more, no more doing it without this clear intention. Because without this clear intention, goddess, the results, you're not going to get clear results. And I'm here to tell you that. I am definitely the first to tell you that I recognize in each and every one of us. So recognize this in you, goddess. Recognize this in you that, well, apparently we're not at this point. Whew. Oh, there it was. To not be clear with why you're doing something. And that means that your energy behind that is not aligned with the results that you desire, and therefore you're going to get wonky results. Believe me, I know. Because you've got to be excited. You've got to be able to say, this I am excited about doing. Ooh, I'm excited about being a part of this. This lights me the fuck up. I could do this every day, all day. Even if it's something you couldn't do all day, every day, because, we do have to sleep at some point. Still, the purpose here, the intention is to set your point of attraction for things that feel exciting, for things that feel good, for things that fuel your passion. In order to attract those things to you, you must emit that frequency. You must put that vibration out into the universe, the ether, the world. Wow. We start. Because see, and you know this, goddess. I promise you that when you start to allow yourself to see even your slightest abilities, even the littlest bit of progress that you may think you have only made in your journey, I promise you, you start looking at the progress that you've made, at what you've achieved, at how far you've come, and I promise you, you're really going to see how far you've come. It's no longer going to be some convoluted, I'm seeing in my mind the pixelated image that the ego likes to create and say, you know, that whole distorted shadow self space. Ooh, and there's going to be a new deck of cards that are coming too, a special deck of tarot that, it's been a while since I've used any tarot decks aside from my angel. I've never used an original concept tarot other than, you know, like an angel tarot, which is definitely made differently, though it's based on the major and minor arcana and the collective of that, which is the tarot deck. But this deck is all about that shadow self and the distorted view that it creates of every facet of our reality, and that it's up to us to wash the window. That's what I heard, to wash the window, right? To clean it up, to patch the screen, to make it so that you can see through the glass on you, which on that which you are as the lighthouse which you are in this world. That's the words. I'm like, where I'm seeing this in my mind, and now I'm smiling so big again. Remember, I talk about that beacon, your bat signal, and shining your light out into this world and being a light in the dark. Goddess, if your windows are filthy, that's what trauma does. That's what pain and anger and resentment, that's what all of this does, is it tarnishes things. It dirties the window, so our light can't be seen so brightly. So it's not just this single space within you. It's not just this one part of you that you're healing. It's the all of you. And so again, right now, the cleaning the windows, meaning to take that step back so you're allowing yourself a bigger perspective of your experience, that you're not so limited in this distorted view from the ego. And that is that whole, again, that surrender to complete healing, that instead of being so hunkered in and wanting to control each little thing, that you say, no, I'm that even in spite of all of the shit that I've been going through and the chaos and feeling like my world's been turned upside down, right, Goddess? I'm sure you've been feeling that too. That in spite of all of that, that it was all supposed to happen. It was on purpose for each our own growth and healing. You have to have the breakdown to break through, Goddess. You got to break down all of the bullshit. The backlog of bullshit. This came out with a client yesterday when I was speaking with her. I said, what's happening is we're at a point where, we've been over here clearing, but we've been storing stuff over here, like other bullshit we've not been wanting to look at, right? Remember, complete healing. So we've been stashing things over here, kind of like, I'll sort through that later. I'll deal with that later. I'll face that later. I'll handle that later. Well, guess what, sister? Later is now. Later is here. It's time to heal. Time to clean out the backlog of bullshit that has been blocking your blessings. That's how we do it. Because that's what you are. That's what you are. Oh, let's yes. I have a feeling for some some light worker cards. So yes, healing, you know, how are we working our light? How are we, oh my goodness, there's so many things have just come out of this deck for us to utilize. Boom. Ooh, Imrama, upside down, and it's where are you being called to journey to? Because you're not going anywhere. Within. That's why this is upside down. That's exactly what I'm seeing in this message, is that the journey isn't anywhere out here. The journey you're now being called is into that deeper space. Even I recognize this. For my birthday, one of the things I do is, and you'll hear more, I go to, it's a place called Changing Hands Bookstore. You can find them online, I believe they have a store online. They're amazing. That's where this deck came from. And yes, we will have one of these today. I'm excited about those, where both these came from my birthday. In addition, it's where, you know, my Sacred Forest Oracle deck came from last year for my birthday. But I picked up a pack of, it's like a fun little game. That a company does with their tarot cards. You can get a random triple pack of cards. It's like a little counter, a checkout counter, last minute buy, right? An afterthought buy. Like, it's only $4. Sure, I'll do it. What's my fate, you know? Holy moly mackerel, goddess. Spot on the money, honey. And especially with my present card, which is the Hermit card, because I've already been knowing this moving into this new place with all of the changes, massive changes that have been underway within me, in my life, and of course, as we know, on the grand stage of the collective, right? Right now, remember, goddess, every bit that you heal within yourself heals the collective. And this is why we are being called now to really journey deep, because the deep shit is coming up. Deep shit's coming up for all of humanity right now, individually and collectively. And this is why, because it's about releasing soul patterns, contract. It's about, cutting the cords. It's about healing and closing out these timelines and these cycles of bullshit. For not just us individually, goddess, but collectively, and of course, in the twin flame connection, just across the board. Across the board. This is why we're here. To liberate humanity from this slave system, this prison planet that we have awakened to discover ourselves on. And we did this on purpose. You know, we chose to forget why we came here, who we truly are, and the power that we really possess, so we can awaken to it and be taking that shit back and go, oh, okay. Oh, I get it. I see what's going on. I know what this is about. I'm here to reclaim my power, and I do this through gaining this understanding of myself and my own experience, and in turn, my role in this experience collectively. Oof. You're already doing. Stop overthinking. You're facing your true north. Upside down, because you know this. Again, look. Oh my goodness. The arrow again. You're already doing it, right? Upside down, because you already know this. You're doing your healing. You know this is what you're supposed to be doing. You're already doing it. You know this. Now, let's dive deeper and look. Because you are getting to the core of this warrior woman that you truly are. She lies beneath this pain, this trauma, these past lives, this bullshit that you're being asked to release, to heal once and for all. With that, let's see, as Super Sign Sunday for our Divine Feminine Goddesses, look at these. Oh my goodness. And what I do with these, because these are similar to a special deck of cards that I use only within my paid coaching containers, one-on-one or group. What I do, because both sides of the cards have content, right, that can be distinguishing. Therefore, unlike, all of our other decks here, which have the same image on the back. Therefore, what I do is I close my eyes, and I will allow you to see, but I close my eyes and shuffle them bit by bit as I can, and then obviously, if a card comes out, we take that. But I shuffle, and then at some point when I'm called, unless a card, again, reveals itself organically. Oh, and we have a few there that just popped out. Boom. Let us see, shall we? Ooh. Oh. Goddess. I'm going to share with you Jasper. I myself have a very sacred spirit guide of mine who was one of a litter of 4 kittens, ended up being diagnosed FELV positive, and they lived to be 9 and 10 months old. 4 of them. And my little munchkin love, that was her little nickname. She was a little runt. She had a lot of little problems. They came to me at about 5 weeks old. And bless her little heart. She was like she was like a little tumor. She was constantly nursing on my clothes and just had to be attached to me. Or her brother, her only brother in that litter. Her name that came was RJ. From a kitty in my past, Rascal. She was, oh God, she was one of my special babies when I was a teenager. She helped get me through a lot of emotionally challenging times, shall we say. And then there was Jasper. That's what came to me, because this little munchkin love, my new one, she just has that Jasper stone, the crazy, fascinating uniqueness of a Jasper stone, right? Gray with some little stripes there, but over there orange blotches, faded, but just Rascal Jasper, RJ. Recently, that has been coming up everywhere. Even my new address is Jasper. My sister, I recently just learned today, named one of her newest cats Jasper. I'm just, wow. And now here we go. Archon Barbello and picture Jasper. So this is, oh, wow. Look at that. And this is a little mantra that we read. That's what these are. Activation cards. Support. So I'm going to hold this up so you can read it along with me, Goddess. I choose to accept the reality that there is support for all levels of my being. I lean into the loving embrace of the universe so that I experience complete and ultimate spiritual fulfillment in such a way that all beings may gain spiritual benefit. As I trust in this divine support, my courage and boldness increase. I choose to live with unconditional trust and confidence in divine grace. And as I'm reading that, Goddess, again, the theme for this Super Science Sunday is this next level of healing. Because the deeper we go, the higher we go, right? The deeper we go into our healing, the higher we ascend, because we're healing and releasing the shit that's weighing us down. And so it's knowing that as you, again, are continuing this, you are supported. And I know that for certain is why my little munchkin love is also making herself known through this card. And I promise you, Goddess, she wasn't called Munchkin Love for nothing. She was the runt, and she was so little, And she needed so much love. And that itty bitty little baby, she gave so much love. And so she is here with us in this moment. Oh, there's emotion. Ah. Purring and making kitty biscuits on your lap, just loving you, looking at you with those sweet little precious eyes of hers blinking at you. Yeah. You are loved and you are supported, Goddess. You have to just allow yourself to feel it, to notice it. And then next we have the Vision, Archangel Michael and Lapis Lazuli. So these are our stones. Oh, mercy. Here's this one. The Vision. Because right now, Goddess, this is where we are. We're clearing this to get to that deeper part of you, to that truer vision that you've come here to manifest in this world. My inner soul passion inspires me with vision, energy, and optimistic enthusiasm for creative possibilities. I trust that the true vision, awakening from the depths of my heart, attracts the perfect grace, opportunities, relationships, and information required for manifestation. I allow my highest aspirations to nourish me and urge me forward step by step with total trust in the generosity and goodness of the unknown, which is the portal through which my dreams come to life. This is where we're stepping into, we're getting into this creative space, Goddess. And how do you foster that? How do you cultivate that? How do you nurture that in order to expand into other areas of your life? But you nurture it by whatever creative means necessary. Coloring books, painting, sculpting, pottery class, collage, vision boards, which, ooh, exciting that I'm having those in my new group structure, just the one I had done before again. And that's what we do, is we're constantly refining and adjusting. And this is where we've been, is this refinement. That's why we're now in this space of deeper healing, because it's about reclaiming your power. Wow. Archangel Metatron and clear quartz. Here is that card. Is that beautiful? And it reads, let's read it together. I embrace the opportunity to explore a healthy relationship to personal power. This supports my spiritual journey to fulfill my destiny for the benefit of all beings. I choose to express my power in a way that is respectful, merciful, and kind toward myself and others. I utilize my growing power to awaken my boldness and confidence. I recognize the inevitability of my divine fulfillment. Goddess, your vision, your healing, your purpose, your soul purpose, your divine fulfillment, your entire reason for being here, it's inevitable that you achieve that. It's inevitable that it's fulfilled. There is no off your path. There is no completing what you've come to complete. Everything that you're going through, you're growing through. This mantra, I was reminded again with my client yesterday of, I am where I am, and I am exactly where I'm supposed to be. Because if I were supposed to be anywhere other than where I am, I would be. And I'm going to say that again, and I encourage you to write it down and say it as much as possible. Put it on a poster, put it up somewhere. Believe me, I'm working on creating all sorts of cool things of all my favorite empowerment tips for you. But I remind you to write this down, because there is power, personal power, when the words flow from your own hand, written by hand. Typing is not the same. There's a disconnect. And that mantra is, I am where I am, and I am exactly where I am supposed to be. Because if I were supposed to be anywhere other than where I am, I would be. And so as you embark in this deeper, more complete healing of yourself, where you're finally allowing yourself to tend to the bullshit over there that you were like, let's just, nope, it's time to bring out a big old whopping kind of box out of there. You can't put it off anymore, goddess. No more. And with that, let's just hear where the divine masculine, where those energies may be with our, of course, counterparts. Because remember, with our counterpart within the connection, within ourselves, because our twin flame is our exact mirror, right? And so wherever they are currently, wherever they have what lessons they're currently working on, you can be sure that in some way, shape, or form, you are working on them too, perhaps at a different level, in a different facet of your life. So with that, let's just ask the divine masculine, what tales does he have to say? Does the male energy have to say at this time? Oh, sister, wow. With where we are, with this deeper healing, with needing to be vulnerable, needing to really hold that space for yourself, to go to these places within yourself that you have been so afraid to deal with. You've not wanted to, because it's scary, it's dark, it's traumatizing, it's painful. You don't want to go there. It's messy, it's icky, it's sticky, it's ewy, it's gooey, and not in a good way. But you got to, because I promise you, goddess, there's a diamond-crusted floor beneath all that bullshit. Meaning your worth, your wealth, your abundance is buried beneath the bullshit. The backlog of bullshit blocking your blessings. And with that, as you immerse yourself into this space and place of deeper, more complete healing of yourself, the divine masculine says, it's okay, baby, I got you. That you are protected. You are loved. By me, by source, by all that is divinity, by all that is the divine. You are supported. Remember, support. You are protected. And above all else, goddess, you are loved. You are loved by the divine masculine. You are loved by the divine. Your spirit guides, your ancestors, the angels, the archangels, your multi-dimensionals, because I got to include them, my Pegasus baby over there. Your fairies, all of them, dragons, all that you have on your spirit team, your soul team. But again, the same as we must with our own power within, we must allow ourselves to feel that love. We must allow ourselves to feel the protection, to feel the support, to feel the love. And as I had laid the deck face up, that card is just calling to me in this moment. Earth, spirit, stability. Wow. And it's rare, of course, that I pull out the book. And I'm going to just jump right to what jumped out at me. It's time to take measure of your life and put your roots down. Assess who you are and where you are. Make plans for the future, but don't act on those plans until you feel secure in stepping forward. This is the time of preparation and going deeper. Wow. Oh, goddess. Oh, goddess. Wow. This card can also indicate that you aren't grounded and you need to create more stability into your life. Hello. Dancing. Dancing grounds you, right? As you're going through this deeper healing, things are going to feel discombobulating and chaotic and like you're floating away, like you're even free falling, right? So you must be grounding yourself, especially through this deeper healing. I mean, we have learned this after all, right? It's one thing to know it. It's a whole nother thing to actually put it into practice, right? I'm with you, sister. I do. I'm still human here too. Think things through before you take action. Take time to plan your future carefully. Don't rush into anything. Strength is growing within you. Security and protection, oh my gosh, surround you. And look at how I laid the card. Security and protection surround you. You are safe. If you're thinking about making secure financial investments and receive this card, it's telling you that this is a good time to do so. It's not a time to take risks though. All right. It's got to be something secure, right? Don't just go gambling. Okay. That's not what this is saying. It needs to be a sure thing, so to speak. The earth spirit provides the trees, plants, flowers, rivers, streams, oceans, mountains, and valleys, and supports us all with her bounty. She's stable and strong in her devotion to us. You're supported and loved. Oh my goodness, the fact that I was led to read this card. Even if you're not always sure of it, you are supported and loved. The seeds that you plant now will bring abundance in the future, but only if you take the time to nurture those new beginnings. And what were we saying with 818? Oh, and that you must nurture and cultivate, just as you must with self-love, with really truly loving yourself. You must put it into practice in your day-to-day life. And we do this by being conscious. We do this by being intentional. We do this by healing the aspects of ourselves and within ourselves that are blocking us from the healing. The spirit of the earth says, be present in the moment, slow down, and let go of the busyness and frenetic pace of life. Explore your roots, honor your past, go deep, reflect on your life. Wow. Just couldn't make it up if I tried, right? So this is our wonderful, more in-depth message for more extensive this week for Super Science Sunday, since we're just kind of, I feel, perhaps getting back into the groove, And with that, we shall leave. We shall close out this empowerment message today. And remember, 818 is on there, and you can book your own one-on-one session with me if you would like to dive deep into this and explore not just your twin flame connection, but the totality or any facet of that which is your self-love empowerment journey, goddess. Remember, I'm a self-love empowerment coach first and foremost, with a whole little twin flame degree in firsthand experience of being on that journey as well, and what that is to look for and find your power on both types of journeys, right? Especially knowing that self-love empowerment journey, twin flame journey is a self-love empowerment journey on steroids. Yeah. You can book your session, and I actually have a discount link. You can book your own first session through the link that I'm sending you in the email. So make sure you are signed up on my email list, because I send that link through my email. It's a special link. So it was definitely in today's Super Sign Sunday email message that you will be receiving in the morning. This gets published Saturday evening, and I mail out the email early Sunday morning. Most of us are probably not awake. That said, I'm going to do it that way. Yes, ma'am. Yes, goddess. Because it is about creating that deeper connection within yourself. It is about going to that deeper level and saying, you know what? I want to be on that inner circle. I want that hookup. I want that inner healing opportunity for myself, and to lead by example for others. Remember, goddess, as you heal, the collective heals. As you heal and you step out into this world as this new version of yourself, this more healed version of yourself, guess what? The triggers and the traumas out there, they're not going to have such power over you. And again, this is where we are and why it's necessary for being where we are, for this deeper healing that we are now being called to focus on. Again, goddess, be sure you're signed up for that first session discount link. If you've booked with me before, by all means, you're on the email. And of course, you can book an even longer session, 75 minutes, or look at other ways I can serve and support you. You can do that, all of that, at empowermentexperiences.com. You can also book a 75-minute session at iamempowered.as.me, and of course, a 30-minute session as well at iamempowered.as.me. All of those links are going to be down below. I feel like I'm stumbling over my words here at the end for my offers and what have you, the business side of things, because again, I'm in this shift, and currently the only thing that I really have available for you to work with me directly is through my iamempowered.as.me scheduling link. Because right now, again, as I'm going through some shifts in the business, my group container is changing, therefore not available as it's been. And as well, I do still have some my courses and my custom affirmation stations. Those are still, of course, available on my website. I think you'll want to wait on that a little bit for just maybe another week or two, because I do have some exciting things to share with you, which you book a session, I'll let you in on the juicy details before they're made public. And so you would have first opportunity. With that, dear goddess, I thank you so much. I appreciate you. I honor you for all the healing that you are doing, for all that you have achieved up until now, all you have overcome. I celebrate you at this time of acknowledging, celebrating me in this month of my birth, and really acknowledging that you deserve to be celebrated every fucking moment you take a breath. You do. And as you achieve this deeper healing, you'll do that more. You'll see that more. With that, dear goddess, I thank you so much. If you have made it all the way to the end of this video, I appreciate you so much for sticking by. And in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to announce that little video, that little savings link right now. iamempowered.as.me /33 special. So if you've made it all the way to the end of this video, you also get that discount introductory video session, group coaching session with me. Live, one-on-one on Zoom. And that again is iamempowered.as.me/33special. Because it's only $33 instead of $55. With that, goddess, I bid you adieu, and I am here to remind you that the power to achieve this deeper healing, the power to rise through it, that power is in your hands. Because that power has always, always been inside you. Namaste.